Okay, so what you'll need is 32 ounces or 4 bars of cream cheese, 4 large eggs, 1 cup plus 3 tablespoons sugar, the 3 tablespoons is optional, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And for the crust, you'll need 15 graham crackers or 1.5 packages and a third cup of butter, and then the rest tablespoons. Okay, so what you're going to do is melt that third cup of butter in a pan over medium heat. And just wait for that to melt. Make sure to cut it up as you go so then it melts quicker. And you don't want to cook the butter, you just want to melt it. Okay, once it starts to steam like that, you want to turn it down to low. Of course you can microwave this, but I don't have a microwave. Okay, once that's mostly melted, it'll finish off with the heat left in the pan. Now you'll want to take the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter and just grease the pan. Get every nook and cranny. This is to ensure that when you take it out of the springform pan, the whole cheesecake, that it doesn't stick and you don't have to scrape it all to bits. Don't forget to get the sides. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your food processor, or whatever it is, and you'll want to take the graham crackers, just put the whole package in there. Break them up so they fit. And just start it off on low. Then move it up to high. Then turn it off. Get the rest of your grams. You're only going to use half of this pack. There's about 9 in a pack, and then you're going to take 6 more. And you're just going to process those, I guess is what the word is. Just pop them in there, break them apart so that they fit easier. And just let that go round and round and round and round. Turn it off and then pulse it. Get it going all the way till it's nice and smooth. This might take a few minutes, but it really works better than a rolling pin in a plastic bag. Okay. I'll just make sure it's all ground up. Alright, now you're going to take your ground up graham crackers, and pour them into a bowl. Make sure every bit gets in there. Careful of the blade, of course. Get all the edges out. For some reason, it never gets that out Now you want to take your butter, just pour it in there, right on top. Make sure every animal in the house is watching. And then you want to get your spatula and get every last drop of butter, because who wants to waste butter? It's so delicious. Mix it up so then it might not look like enough butter, but you don't want it to be so saturated with butter. As much as butter is delicious, you don't want it to be so saturated that it just doesn't, that it all melts away and into the pan when you bake it. You just want just enough butter. Okay, now that you have it, you're going to take your mixture of butter and graham crackers and get every last bit in there. And then what you're going to do is you're kind of going to shake the pan so that it gets in every place where you greased it. And kind of like your gold panning, if anybody's ever been gold panning. Just get it all over the sides, but not all out, because of course you want it in the pan and not on the counter. Okay, then you're going to press everything together. Get it all up on the sides. You want to try to not make a big curve in the crust. You want more of a like a perpendicular L shape with the crust in the bottom, so then you can fit all the cheesecake in there and there's not too much crust. That's what I'm trying to do here. Then you want to press it down so it's nice and firm, so then it doesn't all float away into the cheesecake. I mean, I don't know, that might probably be pretty good, but that's not the goal here. My cats keep knocking over the camera, and so does my dog. Okay, there we go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get your whisk attachment for your mixer, for your stand mixer. And you're going to get your 32 ounces or 4 blocks of cream cheese. And, of course, you're going to take the cream cheese out of the package. There you go. And you'll want to grab a spatula and just scrape off all that excess cream cheese, because cream cheese is delicious and you can't have it go to waste. That would be horrible. Okay, now here's a sped up me scooping all that cream cheese into the mixer. I found out that if you leave the cream cheese out for 2 to 5 hours and then put the cream cheese first in the mixing bowl, you'll have a much better cheesecake. Okay, so what you'll do here is you're going to put all 4 egg yolks in, but only 2 of the egg whites. Then you'll put your cup of sugar in. Then get your vanilla that I didn't spill earlier. Mix that for a little while. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. Okay, finally, after that's mixed, you'll want to scrape it down. Make sure there's no chunks of cream cheese, because you don't want a chunky cheesecake. I mean, you might, but I don't. Okay, so now you're gonna make all that mixed and incorporated. Then you're gonna take your pan and just put a big fat dollop of cheesecake filling in the middle. Make sure to get every last drop of cheesecake filling out there. Because, again, don't want to waste cream cheese or any of that stuff, because that would just be a waste and sad. I should speed that up. Okay, there we go. Alright, now that we have it all out of there finally, we can spread it all the way to the corners, so then we don't have just a blob in the middle, because we want a full cheesecake. Okay, now once you got that, try to get it all off the spatula. You might need another fork or another spatula or a spoon or something to get it off there, but once you've done that, you've got a clean spatula, but then now you have a dirty fork. Oh well. Okay, now you want to shake it so then it gets into every nook and cranny. And then, there you have it. But, of course, you could also lick the bowl. Delicious. Delicious. That's why that didn't need to be cleaned all the way, because I'll clean it. Okay, now that you have your cheesecake, we can put it in the oven that was preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And put the timer on for 55 minutes. Ready, set, go. Alright, after 55 minutes, that was a great short 55 minutes. I hope it cooked alright. You want to turn the oven off, and there's your cheesecake. Perfect. Perfect. You see how it didn't stick to the side? That's because you put the butter on there. And it kind of curled up, kind of like a volcano. Well, that looks delicious. Then you want to take like a frosting spatula and just cut it off from the bottom. And get your favorite cheesecake serving plate and a pie server. And just kind of shimmy it off the bottom of the springform pan and get it onto your plate. Alright, there we go. Wow, look at that. I think I'll have some. But first, for extra little garnish and to not throw away so much, you can take the bottom scrapings of the graham cracker and just put it on top, and it looks okay, I guess. Maybe. Possibly. I mean, you're just gonna eat it, right? Okay. And after it's been chilling in the fridge for preferably overnight, you can cut it into a slice, however big or small you want. I kind of like a large piece of cheesecake, so that's what I'll do. Cheesecake. Delicious. And you want to get your little plate and a fork. And make sure to have a nice clean cut when you do cheesecake, or else it doesn't look as nice. But you're just going to eat it again, so oh well. Then put it on plate. Put that away. Okay, now here's some good shots of this lovely cheesecake that we made. I hope you enjoy. Delicious. You can also put some strawberries or some chocolate and strawberries. Delicious. That's my favorite. Or anything that will look nice. Okay, bye. Please consider subscribing, liking, and doing all that jazz. It'll help the channel out and it's free. See you later. Bye.